So me and Keegan agreed, Bart agreed, let's do an album. So we started working on this EP called Sicko. And so we did this song called Hit the Gas. That was the #2 song that we did. Trying to Fade was the first, then Hit the Gas was the second. When we did Hit the Gas, we was like, ooh, we own to something, dog. Did you hear that song, man? Everybody was there. The people, One Drop Scott, Tone Capone, everybody in the studio. One Drop Scott is a producer. And that was within, you know, that company that we was working with. So everybody was just on fire about the song. And then D-Shot called. He was getting ready to put out. I was like, Lord, who else gonna call? D-Shot. And I was just excited, man. I was like, I'm telling you right now, DJ Quick gonna call next week. Let's keep working with Tim, I'm telling you. I was on fire. And so D-Shot called, he was like, you know what? I'm putting together this compilation called Boss Ballin'. I want that song to be the #1 song on our EP. I was like, give it up, give it up. Yeah, give it to him, man. Put it on it. So we agreed, put it on there. That album sold over 100,000 units. It sold over 100,000 units. Wow. That's $1 million. And so, we was famous then. 100,000 people knew us. So I wasn't just looking for no chili cheese fries. I don't know what y'all talking about. I wanted me some nice Deodoras or something. You know, back then we used to have the old schools. Acid wash, stone wash, y'all better help me. Hallelujah, Jersey or something old school, you know. I wanted some money. Hello? And they paid us some money. Yeah. And I was happy. Amen. And I said, okay, I'm gonna keep rapping. And so we kept rapping, we kept rapping, we kept rapping, we kept rapping, we kept recording. It was like we was on a recording binge. We was excited. We was, you know, we went through, me and Keith, we just it started from school. Now 2 years later, here we are out there on display at T.Y. Uzi's. Boy, we was somebody. All right. Yeah. I'm telling you, and people actually used to ask for an autograph now. And I didn't tell Keith that we ain't gone no more. I'm like, oh, now. Yeah. We're back, Mortimer. We're back. We in the money. I'm like, we famous. It's good. We out. So we was excited now. We started writing all these songs, and then we wrote songs like Ghetto Soldiers, and then we did songs like West Coast, and then we did songs like Lost His Name, and then we did songs like, Lord, it's been a long time. We did songs, you know, all the songs that you hear on Stacking Chips. I ain't got to name all of them. But we did all those songs, and now we have a masterpiece album. I couldn't believe it. This is awesome. And then come to find out, the one that just recorded our album, he got no record deal today. He got a smash hit on the radio. I Got 5 on it by the Loonies. And I said, Tom, you produced I Got 5 on it? He was like, yeah. I'm like, why didn't you tell us? I did not know that I was working with a multi-platinum artist, a producer at that time. And so everything was just falling in place. We went from battling at the school to keep capping on me to when me want to put him in the group, to he being in the group, to we doing bond shows and so many days and hip hop on the greens, becoming famous, becoming successful, meeting Sibo, then meeting, you know, Bart got in the group, and then meeting D-Shot, and then selling 100,000 units with Boss Ballin'. Now we have a platinum producer. I Got 5 on it, producer. Y'all remember that song? I Got 5. It was one of the biggest songs back then. What was that, 94? Yeah. 95, 94 was one of the biggest songs out that went platinum. excited then. I was like, all right, Tom, all right, bro. And we was like, all right, what we about to do? We about to go home and come up with a smash hit. Me, Keek, and Bart got together, and we came up with a song called Keep It on the Real. And then Tom Capone said, you know what, we should do a sample. We shouldn't do nothing original with this. So he said, remember how that song that said, tell me how you feel? And I was like, yeah, I don't remember that. He put it on, I was like, yeah, we can work with that. And so we called a couple singers that we knew. I don't know if you remember Christian, they had some songs out back in the day. We called Christian, we called another singer from the Bay Area. They came and sung on the track, and it came out humongous. The manager of the Loonies was in the studio at a certain time that after we recorded it, that Tom Capone was playing the song. He loved it. He said, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm almost done. This is what I'm going to do. I'm getting ready to send this to Virgin Records. Because I love what 3 Times Krazy is doing. I'm going to send this to Virgin Records. And we got to respond within 3 days. Eric Brooks from Virgin Neutron loved it. He said, I want to sign him. He flew out of here quick. We've been in San Francisco. A month later, we were signed to Virgin Records. Come on, come on. Give persistence a round of applause. Because we were persistent. We were persistent in our endeavors. Now we're signed to a major label. They give us $175,000. That was good money for me. I was only 20 years old, y'all. 19, I mean. I was only 9. That was good money. I was like, ooh, that was big. 175 racks. Remember, I'm vaccinated by now, right? Racks and all that. I'm not saying if you say racks, you vaccinated, but I had a mentality at that time. So we signed the deal, got the money. We did a video called Keep It on the Real. We flew out to Vegas to do the video. Now this is when God stepped in. Watch out. Because when God is the one that saves you, and because when He's the one that decided to save you before the foundation of the world, He is not going to leave you or forget about you because you decided to make a left turn. Right. It reminds me of Adam when Adam sinned against God in the garden and they start making clothes out of fig leaves and hiding behind the figs. And they thought that they was all right, or coast was clear, or what they did, well, you know, God forgot about it. But all of a sudden they heard some footprints. Boom. 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 Bigfoot. Boom. Yeah. Boom. We're coming back in the garden in the cool of the day and saying, Adam, where art thou? Yeah. Where art thou? See, we might forget, but God don't forget. I was trying to forget that I used to be a preacher and raised up in the Holy Ghost, and I was over there to do a video over there in Vegas, but when I got to Vegas and touched down off the airplane, boom, boom, oh Lord, boom, 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 I heard some footprints. Come on, Pastor. And it wasn't with my natural ear, but it was through the things that took place from then on. Yeah. Before we filmed the video, I entered into a room. I'll leave the names anonymous that was in the room. But I used to sell dope. I forgot to tell you about that. We'll talk about that later. But when I used to sell drugs, I said I would never use drugs. I see how people do all drugs. People coming to me with their checks and then hopping out the car with TVs and then come back 3 hours later with a VCR and come back 3 hours later with some rope curlers and clippers. I don't want no clippers. I got whiskers up in there, man. I don't want that. So I said I would never
Oh, yeah.
And they was all having fun. It was like, ooh, y'all, they was about to be off the chain. They was all snorting. They was having a good time. When I came in the room and I was like, what's up, boy? What y'all doing, man? And I was like, what y'all smoking blunts on? What? What is that? What y'all doing? Oh, nah, man, this good, man. We chilling up in here, man. We chilling up in here, man. We chilling up in here, man. It's good, man. It's all good. It's good. It was moving hella fast and hella quick and like it's good, man. I'm telling you, it's good, dog. It's all chilling up in here, man. We chilling up in here. It's good. I'm telling you. I'm like, whoa, that's some energy, man.